Hello my fellow cigar smokers and welcome to Smoker's Spot. It's been a while since we're doing the last pairing and today we're doing it again, and it is the Crowned Hats Four Kicks Robusto Extra, and we are going to pair it with salted chips. Let's see how that tastes. So guys, I would say let's start with the cigar. I chose the Crowned Hats Four Kicks because I think it's a pretty, I don't want to say neutral cigar, but it has very typical flavors. And I thought that might be a good combination with the with something salted. Leather, very strong leather, and the smell. I would say also leather and a little bit just like tobacco. Let's light this bad boy up. So guys, Crowned Hats, quite an interesting story, and it's a pretty young company compared to a lot of the other cigar makers where we are smoking cigars here. Was founded 2011. What I also always think is so interesting about it, I think it's a great example of, let's say, entrepreneurship or a good startup mentality. You know, we're always hearing about startups that are playing in the tech field, you know, IT companies and all that stuff. So having a startup that is doing cigars, it's pretty old-fashioned, and that's what I love. As far as I know, there were four guys, and that's probably was also the idea for their first series, the Four Kicks, four friends like this. They were working for CAO, and a pretty big tobacco company, Scandinavian Scandinavian tobacco. Oh guys, I think Scandinavian tobacco. Let me check that. Oh yeah, Scandinavian Tobacco Group, STG. They were buying CAO back in 2007, and then 4 years later, Scandinavian Tobacco decided that they're going to move the headquarters from, I think they were in Nashville or they were moving to Nashville, not quite sure, that's not so important. So, but these four guys, they decided, okay man, I don't want to move because my home is over here, I want to stay here. So they were leaving CAO, that was now part of Scandinavian Tobacco, and founded Crowned Hats. And for bringing out the Four Kicks. Now we have a couple of Four Kicks Vitolas and series like this, but the Robusto and the Robusto Extra, that's like the, I don't want to say the flagship, you know, but it's like the thing. Also, I have to say I never really figured why they have a Robusto and a Robusto Extra, because the difference is numbers and facts, right? So the Four Kicks Robusto Extra has a ring gauge of 50 and is 5.5 inches long. And the Robusto has a ring gauge of 50 and is 5 inches long. I don't get it. But alright. I'm not complaining about the additional 0.5 inches on the cigar. That's fine with me. Talking about the typical flavors, you know, or very standard flavors, so to say. It has an Ecuadorian Habanos wrapper, and the rest is Nicaragua. So we know we have that leather, we have spice from Nicaragua, and we have some sweetness. So that's what I said about typical when you... I mean, nowadays Ecuadorian wrappers are pretty popular, and of course also Nicaraguan tobacco that is that they were built in here in the binder and filler. So a pretty standard plant, so to say. So that gives us a good level for pairing it with something. Because there are no extraordinary flavors, nothing really special. And I don't want to say that's a bad thing. If you just want to smoke a good cigar, that's a pretty good pick, you know. But it's a good base for pairing it with something. We have a very good start here. See, ash is good, burn is good. Nice. And for like, here in Germany, it's like €9.90. So I guess in the States that's around $11 or so. Cool cigar. So I thought, let's pair it with something salted, you know. And, you know, there are all kind of snacks that have salt with it, like roasted peanuts, whatever, you know. I chose the salted chips because they are really my favorite. Either I'm snacking something like that is sweet, like chocolate, for example, or when it's coming to salty things, most of the time I'm eating like the ready salted chips. They're just my favorite, you know. From time to time some nuts, but salted chips, Jesus Christ, that's something I could, and that's why I'm, you know, I'm not only, we're buying this little pack here for the pairing. I'm only buying the small packages because when I'm buying a big one, I'm eating it completely. So I'm kind of, you know, trying to overcome myself and doing that little trick and just buying the small packages, so I'm not eating very much. And over here we have 27 grams. That's not a whole lot, but it's a good portion to being satisfied with something that is salted, you know. All right, guys. Effortless straw, very nice. The leather is there, and that spice. It's not like pepper. That's a different kind of spice. Let's give it a try. You know, here the Lay's ready salted chips, they're not heavily salted. It's just like, I mean, it's not subtle or something, but it's not so heavy, you know. And you know, the interesting thing that I thought would be a good pairing is mostly because of the spice that is coming from the tobacco from Nicaragua, and I thought that's like a perfect combination with something that is salted. That's exactly what I have now in my mouth. It's like increasing that spiciness a little bit. It's increasing the spice due to the salt. And you know, after all, we know what salt is. It's like it's powering up all the flavors, you know. It's not only, you cannot only take salt for making things lasting longer, but also to increase the effect of all flavors, you know, just powering it up everything. So I have now more spice because of the salt, together with that crisp feeling in the mouth. I love it. So what I do usually when I'm not doing like a pairing or review and I'm just sitting here and smoking just because I like to smoke, you know, that little portion of chips lasts for the whole cigar. And I mean, with this Robusto Extra, you're probably smoking around, if you're an average smoker, I don't know, like 45 minutes. So every couple of puffs I'm doing on the cigar, I have like one or two of these wonderful golden looking chips. And this way I can maintain that powered up flavors over the whole duration of the cigar. The flavors falling down a bit after a while. A few puffs on the cigar, it's powering up again. There's still salt in your mouth. The flavors of the cigar are coating your mouth, your lips. The salt is picked up again, and now it holds for like a minute or so, and then we're doing the same thing again. You know, that's what I like about salted snacks. Lovely. Just when I'm doing that, I need to drink a lot. I think I always already mentioned it in a couple of other reviews or cigar talks, I don't know. I cannot smoke a cigar without drinking anything, you know. It's like my mouth's getting totally dry. With some cigars, it's like it's getting very dry, and with others not so dry, but it's getting dry all the time. So I need to drink. Even now, you know, like, don't know, 1.5 or 2 minutes passed. Now I can feel that everything is like coming back to normal. And you can enjoy that for a while, or just putting chips again in your mouth. Guys, I have to tell you a story yesterday. It was so funny. We have this delivery service over here that is bringing you all your like water or Coke or whatever, you know. And it's called, here in Germany, it's called Flaschenpost. And if you would like to translate that into English, that's like message in a bottle. Pretty funny name. So what their special service is, you order something online and they guarantee you like 2 hours later, no matter when you're ordering it, 2 hours later you have your drinks at home, you know. And we're doing that like, I don't know, once per week or so, you know, or we're ordering like one time every 7-8 days, something like this, you know. And then they bring us, we're drinking here a lot of water, and you know, here that Coke I'm drinking, and some other stuff that you would like to order, and very reliable, you know. And sometimes it's crazy, you know, because you're ordering it and you can like track it in the app where the driver is, and after a while, like 50 minutes before they're arriving, they're sending you a message and they're telling you like, okay, driver ABC, they're giving you the name of the driver, will arrive at 2 p.m. for example, you know. And I had it a couple of times. This guy was ringing at my door at 2 p.m. It was crazy, you know. So, good service, very reliable, and very good prices. So yesterday, my wife ordered again. But somehow, the servers were down, you know. So you could order it, you were able to order, but it was not processed, you know. It was like just stuck somewhere in the queue, you know. So, and that, we said, okay, I mean, we still have something to drink here, so doesn't matter, we're ordering like tomorrow, you know. But then, somehow their server problems were solved like 8 o'clock or so, you know, in the evening. And then they were sending a message, we will still, don't worry, we got your order, we will deliver it still today, you know, and the driver will arrive around 10 p.m. I was like, okay, I mean, that's a little bit late, but I don't care, you know. So on that, because they had a lot of problems yesterday, with servers, with drivers, and so on. So finally, we got a couple of messages. My wife went to bed already. I was still here, you know, smoking a cigar, doing my shit. Finally, he arrived like, I don't know, 11:45, you know, in the night. It was crazy. I mean, I felt like, oh man, I'm so sorry, you know, because, and you know, you couldn't cancel your order or so. It was just processed, you know, and I thought, man, this poor guy who's like driving around in the middle of the night delivering my drinks, you know, and I felt terrible, you know, though. Was ringing at the door, and I said, oh man, I'm so sorry, you know, but I couldn't change it, you know. They just said, you will deliver it today, okay? And this guy, man, he was like, I don't know, like 19 or 20 years old, you know, and he said, you know what, it's my first day. And I was, oh shit, your first day, you know, and it started in that catastrophe. So, man, he delivered the drinks, you know. I mean, he was happy he was there, but I told him I'm sorry, you know, that you, asked him, I am your last customer, and he said, yes, I'm working for I don't know how many hours, you know. So I gave him a good tip, you know, and sent him his way. But man, that was crazy. I thought, I'm asking myself if some people would really, like, I just imagine some customers just ordered like around noon, you know, and then the server problems, and it would be totally fine with me when they were saying, okay, like after 8 o'clock, you know, like 8 p.m., they're saying, hey, we solved the problems, but, you know, it's getting late, we deliver your shit tomorrow. And I was like, hey, cool, of course, I don't want any drivers driving around in the middle of the night just to deliver my Coke, you know. It's ridiculous. And I can't imagine that somebody would complain about that. But anyhow, you know, that was the way it is. So it was like a premiere that the delivery guy delivered my drinks at midnight. good cigar. You know the pairings here, except the whiskey pairings. With the whiskey pairings you can go very specific on, because the whiskey is very complex and the cigar can be very complex. But if I'm pairing cigars with something ordinary, like remember the last time we were doing that Trinidad and chocolate donut, for example, and now we're doing the salted chips, you know, I mean there's nothing special about it. The main reason why I'm doing that is maybe give you guys a little inspiration what you can do with your cigars and what you can pair it with. Because very often I just see guys sitting in the lounge or wherever and they're just smoking their cigar and drinking their table water, you know. And I mean, I'm doing that too from time to time, that's absolutely fine. But I always think, and there's so much more to explore, you know. Like you can pair it with everything, you know. You have to maybe initially you think that's not going to work, but give it a try, you know. And I mean, for example, when you're doing it with salted chips, you know, try the chips. And then puff on your cigar. And then I mean, instantly, you will figure out if that is something for you or not, you know. Pretty damn easy. Either you like it or not. If you don't like it, stop it, you know. But at least you can say, I tried, you know. There was this crazy guy, Smoker Spot Andy. He's pairing cigars with different kind of shit. And I tried it and it sucks. And that's fine. But maybe you like it, you know. And then you're sitting at home all the time on the couch and eating salted chips and smoking your cigar. Who knows? You know, a couple of weeks ago, we were doing this aficionado episode, where I said everybody can be an aficionado. There's no magic, you know. And all I want to say is like, man, don't take it too serious, you know. We're all just ordinary guys sitting wherever, in the garage, in the lounge, in the garden, and smoking a cigar, you know. And you enjoy it. You can enjoy the way you want to enjoy it, with whatever you want to enjoy it together with, you know. Nothing really more to say, guys. I love the Crown Head 4 Kicks. That's like the Swiss Army knife. A cigar that you can smoke every occasion, you know, like early in the morning, late in the night. It's just a good, very reliable cigar. And that's maybe the best advice I can give you if you're starting your pairing journey, you know, adventure, is try it with cigars that you know very good, you know. You smoked it like 100 times, you know that cigar. You know how it tastes. And that's a good base, a good foundation where you can start your pairing with. And then try different cigars, try different things, like be spontaneous and eager to try new things. So guys, Crown Head 4 Kicks Robusto Extra, salted chips, fucking good combination. You need to give it a try. Give it a try, let me know what you think. If you already tried your cigar with something salted, let me know what you think. Is that something that you do on a regular basis or just from time to time, or you hate it? Let me know. My friends, enjoy a good cigar, pair it with something nice. Enjoy life. Most importantly, stay safe and stay healthy. And I hope to see you around at Smoker Spot. Cheers.